today I'm going to talk about management and organisation of employees at festivals. So I think that strong management is essential in making a festival a success because a lack of this can cause many things to go wrong. So firstly, I'm going to focus on Leeds Festival, a well-known festival attracting 70,000 people a year. Its success is largely due to efficient management. For example, many people work at the festival and volunteers are used to help the weekend run smoothly. It's so important for workers at Leeds to communicate with each other and to resolve any problems that might occur. In 2012, police arrested 32 people over the weekend for offences such as drug dealing and theft. Extra patrols were introduced into the village just outside the festival to keep people out of danger. There are many volunteers on site to clean up rubbish, to give directions and to generally help out. Last year, 60 people from across Europe went to Leeds Festival as volunteers and helped to make the site environmentally friendly and safe. However, not all festivals achieve this organisation and success. So I have personally experienced a lack of communication between workers and poor organisational skills at Creamfields Festival last year. The weekend was a disaster. Weather conditions were just so bad that the site was covered in flowing mud. The festival was eventually cancelled on the last day as artists were not prepared to perform anymore. On Sunday morning, we didn't know if the festival would continue or not. We were freezing cold, covered in mud, and the stewards did nothing to help us. We were being told different things and there seemed to be no communication between stewards whatsoever. They also shut down the hot food and drink stalls but allowed us to remain on the site, meaning we couldn't buy food or drink if we needed it. When the festival was announced to be cancelled, some people had nowhere to go as they hadn't planned to leave the festival early. For those who remained on site, they had no hot food or drinks and nothing to do. People were left on their own while the stewards made no effort to resolve the situation. When we left the site, we had to walk for almost an hour down country lanes to get to the car park. We weren't allowed to be picked up nearer the site and had to haul heavy luggage for what seemed like miles. There were huge crowds at the exit and everyone seemed confused and had been told different things. So this is a video of Creamfields last year. And shows a man who's taken drugs and is doing backflips in the mud. Although this was funny to people at the festival, this man could have got seriously injured, and as you can see, there are no stewards or security nearby to prevent this. Clearly Creamfields had not planned for the awful weather and didn't have a contingency plan. Everyone was very angry at the promoters. So it's clear that good management is essential when running a large-scale event like a festival. Event managers need to assign roles and responsibilities to all workers so that everyone has a clear purpose. The venue needs to be fully evaluated and any potential hazards need to be identified. A clear plan of the site needs to be made. Queues and stalls should be placed in an effective way so they aren't in the way of exits. A contingency plan is also essential for event managers to produce so that there is a precise plan to reduce any negative impacts that could arise. A proper traffic system should be in place, including overflow car parks. Facilities should be adequate. There should be clean toilets, plenty of water to ensure safety of visitors. Noise management is also important as loud noises at festivals can be very disruptive to locals. A common problem is alcohol and drug abuse. Most festivals search bags on arrival and only allow a small amount to be brought into the site. Workers at the festival should always be monitoring people's behaviour to ensure that nobody is in danger. When all these components are met, it is likely the festival will be a success, and if not, many problems could arise and put people off coming back the next year, meaning the owners lose valuable business. So these are the references I have used for this podcast. Thank you very much for listening.